Now, today is Sunday, September 8th, the day we all been waiting for. NFL Sunday is back at full swing. We also have a full slate of MLB and one WNBA game. Most likely, I'll have one slip for each, but the focus today will be NFL. It's been a good 3 days heading into today. We almost swept Flex Friday. We almost had a 25x. Unfortunately, Jordan Love got hurt at the very end of that game, but it would have been a perfect 25x Flex Friday. Thursday, we did double up on that Thursday night game. Today, we hit big on esports. We had a perfect slip. We also hit day 2 of our ladder day challenge. So let's get started today. Reminder of the Caleb Williams squared. I did post it already on my Discord with a pair, and I'm actually going to play it safe, and I offer a couple options for my members. Dak Prescott, I'll be taking his Gobby at 199.5. I'm going to play it safe. Caleb Williams is a for sure lock. Dak Prescott, I'll be taking his 200 yards Gobby. I'm going to start up with a double up, play it safe, and then I have multiple slips that I'll be going. But for passing yards, you have plenty of options. You got Trevor Lawrence, Matthew Stafford, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, and Aaron Rodgers are the top Gobbies for passing yards. They're all most likely at 199 to 209. All of them are 2x, but this is my pair that I'll be going with. Let's head on over to NFL first half, where I found some pretty good value. Most likely I'm targeting with this free lineup I have that I posted today with the college football. If you posted a college football slip, today you get a free NFL lineup, which we have. Fantasy score first half. Favorite one is Josh Allen. I did like this in the middle of the week. It was at 10. It did get bumped to 11. But he averages between 15 and 20 in the first half. I want to target this on my day 3 of the ladder day challenge. I'm still finding another pair. But against Arizona, I think it's going to be a blowout. I think Josh Allen's going to have a big game. 11 fantasy score. Touchdown, gets to 150 yards. He should usually catch this if he runs 20 yards. So you can see he had 21 against the Chiefs, 25 against this was last season. But it's a good guy to help you out. Josh Allen is a quick starter, and the matchup is there for him. So I do like this fantasy score a lot. Another one I like for first half is Aaron Jones. I think this line is a bit too low for him. He is at 5.5. You get this alone on the first quarter, but you could double up the value. But this is a good one for first half as well. Matchup is there for him too. I think Minnesota's going to beat the Giants pretty easily. Aaron Rodgers, we all know what he can do. 7. It's low just for the fact that he is coming off a major injury. Plus, he has a tough matchup against the 49ers, which is one of the top defenses in the league. But you can never go wrong with Aaron Rodgers. 7, too low for me, especially just the first half. It's not even the first quarter. I mean, you can catch this on the first quarter. But let's head on over to full game props. I just wanted to mention these 2 first half props that I like. You want to target the high scoring games today, the blowouts. You want to target those players such like the Bills and Cardinals game. You want to target Bills receivers. Same thing with the Bengals and Patriots. I think Joe Burrow's going to have a big game. Vikings and Giants, that's also going to be a high scoring game. Should be a close game though, but it should be a high scoring game as well. Dolphins and Jaguars as well. It's going to be competitive, but should be a high scoring game as well. Texans and Colts, I'll be focusing on the Texans receivers. Chargers and Raiders, you know that's usually a defensive game. And Broncos and Seahawks, should be a blowout with Seahawks edging the Broncos. But I might target Bo Nix. His passing yards is under 200 yards as a regular line. But I'll be taking Bo Nix on a separate slip. And then we got the Buccaneers and Commanders. I'll be taking the Buccaneers. Mike Evans most likely. Let's head on over to the popular play tab, which I do not like. CD Lamb's a popular play. We learned it from yesterday. College football, Shadarsa Sanders was a top play, most popular play. It chalked. So this give you a good guide on what to expect. Tyreek Hill, I think he's going to have a big game, but 100 yards against Jacksonville. Not sure, so just want to give you a good guy. I think the only one I like from the popular play tab is Justin Jefferson. But let's head on over to passing yards. Let's clear the board. Josh Allen, mentioned the big games gonna have 244. Trevor Lawrence, 300 yards. I think he'll get there. CJ Stroud is gonna have a big game against Indianapolis. Let's see who we got. Bryce Young fade. I think the Saints should take care of that game. Bo Nix, there it is, 201.5. I really like this play. You can take his Gabi. His Gabi's at 149.5. You can probably pair that with Kalen Williams. He should get to over 200 yards in his first game. I know he has a tough matchup against the Seahawks. But Bo Nix was a beast in college football. Obviously, he's making his debut. It's a first game for some of these rookies. They are actually starting. Bo Nix is one of them. See who we got. Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. High scoring game. Definitely target these two. Aaron Rodgers, 231. Low for him, but the matchup is not there for him. Plus coming off of injury as well. Brock Purdy was never known as a passer. Maybe we'll change that this season. Let's head on over to fantasy scores, but these are the passing yards that I like. So mix and match. Pick your favorite. Let's see the receptions. Actually, we'll go to receiving yards, where I made a slip already and I posted on my Discord. Top ones for me. I do like these three players, obviously the first three. But I'm just going to fade them the first game. I think one of these, maybe two of these will not get to their mark. But I really don't want to take unders on these studs. So I'm just going to avoid these three. Head on over to some games that I think are going to be blowouts. Keon Coleman, I think he's going to have a good game. Shakir, Cook, they're always in play for Buffalo. Let's see who else we got. Evan Engram was one of my favorite plays. You can also target his first half receiving yards or fantasy. He's definitely going to be on my slip. Most likely I'm going to include him in multiple slips and multiple props. But Evan Engram, I do like him, especially in this matchup. Michael Pittman, fantasy score or receiving yards. Probably the top playmaker for Indiana. And like I mentioned, Houston, Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, and Dalton Schultz will be my top receiving for Houston. Jonathan Taylor, 12.5. I do like his first half for rushing. So you want to target that for the first half if you want another prop. Najee Harris, Bijan Robinson. I think Robinson will get the most. Will get the ball most. But that's another two good spots right there for them. Aaron Jones, like I mentioned, I think first half, he's going to have a big first half. 5.5 is too low for him. But obviously, you can run the ball and receive the ball. He probably gets like 1 or 2 receptions a game. But I think he'll be running the ball against the Giants most. Let's head on over to fantasy score. Josh Allen. Most likely going to be making a slip with all the studs. So Josh Allen will be there. Trevor Lawrence, I do like him also. I'll have him on a slip. Like I mentioned Evan Engram, but if you want to make a slip with just the quarterbacks, CJ Stroud going to have a big game against Indianapolis. Dak Prescott, I do have Dak Prescott going over as well. He was averaging well over 20. Joe Burrow, matchup is there going against New England. I think New England's going to be pretty horrible this season. Cincinnati should come out and do their thing. So I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, not a blowout. I think Joe Burrow should have a good game. And last one for this 5-man that I'm probably going to put out is Dak Prescott. His line should be somewhere between 17 and 18. He's at 17.5. Definitely good value. Should get bumped to 18, 18.5 closer to game time. As you can see, he's usually in the 20 range. But mix and match, you got plenty to choose from today. Like I mentioned, I'm probably just going to do one slip for MLB and WNBA. The focus will be on NFL today. I'm going to try to take advantage on these lines. It's 50-50. The bookmakers don't know where they're at. We can't predict what's going to happen either. It's the first game of the season. But Thursday and Friday was good to us. We doubled up, and we almost missed a perfect slip on our Flex Friday. Jordan Love did get hurt at the end. But so far, so good. First 2 days. Hopefully, we'll make it a third. We are on to day 3 of the Ladder Day Challenge. So I will post that once I get my pair. But I do have the first pair where I'll share with you, and that is a rushing attempts. And I think this is going to get bumped. Hopefully, I post this just in time. It's going to be Tony Pollard. And I'm going to be taking his rushing attempts at 11. He's a starter now for the Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry is with the Ravens now. So Pollard was averaging well over about 14 to 16 rushing attempts. He's definitely the starter now. So at 11, he only missed this mark once last season. So at 11 rushing attempts, this should definitely be much higher. I should expect this to 12.5, 13.5 maybe. But at 11, I'm definitely going to be taking that on my day 3 of the Ladder Day Challenge. That's probably my favorite play. It's a hidden play as well. Obviously, everybody's targeting passing yards, fantasy score, receiving, and rushing yards. But rushing attempts, that is a sneaky one. So hopefully you guys get that in. Other than that, please like, subscribe, and comment if you want all my slips. Join my Discord. It's in the link in the description below. We've been smashing the last couple of days. We even had a perfect slip today. We bounced back for KBO today. Perfect slip. Hopefully it's a good Sunday for us. Other than that, enjoy your weekend. Have a great day. And see you guys in the next one.